Detective Carla Martinez was known as one of the toughest cops in the force. She had spent her career battling the city's most dangerous criminals, but there was one man who had always eluded her: Rafael El Toro Delgado, the ruthless leader of the Delgado cartel. Rafael was not just a gangster. He was a ghost, slipping through the fingers of law enforcement time and time again, leaving a trail of violence in his wake. Carla had been hunting Rafael for years, ever since he orchestrated a deadly shootout that claimed the lives of her partner and several innocent bystanders. The loss had hardened her resolve, turning her into a relentless force dedicated to bringing Rafael to justice. Rafael was always one step ahead, using his vast network of informants and corrupt officials to evade capture. But Carla was patient, methodical, and unyielding. She knew that one mistake on Rafael's part would be all she needed to close in. The opportunity finally came when a high-ranking member of Rafael's cartel was arrested and agreed to turn informant in exchange for protection. The informant provided Carla with crucial information about Rafael's operations, including the location of a secret meeting where Rafael would be present. Carla and her team prepared for the raid, knowing that this could be their only chance to capture Rafael. The meeting was set to take place in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city, a perfect location for a trap. On the night of the raid, Carla led her team to the warehouse. They moved in silently, surrounding the building. Inside, they could hear Rafael and his men discussing their next move, unaware of the danger closing in on them. Carla gave the signal, and the team burst into the warehouse, guns drawn. Chaos erupted as Rafael's men scrambled to defend themselves, but they were no match for the well-coordinated assault by Carla's team. In the middle of the chaos, Carla spotted Rafael trying to escape through a back door. She pursued him, her heart pounding as she chased the man who had haunted her nightmares for years. Rafael was fast, but Carla was faster. She tackled him to the ground, pinning him with a strength fueled by years of anger and grief. "You're under arrest, Rafael," she hissed, cuffing him as he struggled beneath her. "It's over." Rafael smirked, his confidence unshaken despite his capture. "You think you've won, detective? You'll never be able to hold me. My men will come for me, and I'll be out before you know it." But Carla wasn't intimidated. She had heard those threats before from men like Rafael. "Not this time," she replied coldly. "You've caused too much pain, too much destruction. I'm going to make sure you pay for every life you've ruined." Rafael was taken into custody, but Carla knew the battle wasn't over. The legal process would be long and arduous, with Rafael's lawyers fighting tooth and nail to get him released. But Carla was prepared. She had gathered mountains of evidence against him over the years, and she was determined to see him convicted. The trial was a spectacle, with the media covering every detail. Rafael's cartel tried to intimidate witnesses, bribe officials, and even attempted to assassinate Carla. But she refused to back down, protected by her fellow officers and driven by her need for justice. After weeks of testimony, the jury returned a guilty verdict on all counts. Rafael was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. It was a monumental victory, not just for Carla, but for the entire city that had suffered under Rafael's reign of terror. As Rafael was led away in shackles, he glared at Carla with venomous hatred. "This isn't over, Martinez. You'll pay for this." Carla simply watched him go, feeling a sense of closure she hadn't felt in years. She knew the cartel would continue to operate, and that new criminals would rise to take Rafael's place. But for now, one of the city's most dangerous men was behind bars, and that was a victory worth celebrating. She returned to the precinct, where her colleagues greeted her with applause and cheers. They knew how much this case had meant to her, and how hard she had fought to see it through. But as the celebration continued, Carla slipped away to her office, needing a moment of quiet reflection. She thought of her fallen partner, of all the lives lost in the battle against men like Rafael. The fight for justice was never easy, and it was never truly over. But tonight, Carla allowed herself a moment of satisfaction. She had done her job, she had kept her promise, and she knew that as long as there were people like her, willing to stand up against the darkness, there would always be hope for a better tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more delightful stories.